So I'm hoping that your discussions were as fruitful as the food was delicious. It's good food, right? Lovely catering. Very good. And our thanks go to the Coalition of Pets and Public Safety for supporting the costs of this banquet. So thank you to them. And we've got a little bit more to come. Got some exciting things to come now. So we're going to invite Amy Fisher up to the floor now, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about the student contests.
Thank you. Oh, that one's on. Okay, so we had a remarkably talented pool of graduate school and veterinary school applicants for our student contest this year, and our 3 winners are simply outstanding, and they really offer a lot of tremendous hope for the future of this field. But all of our applicants were just wonderful. Before I bring up our 3 winners this year, though, I do want to spend a few minutes telling you about the man behind the Kevin L. Brown Memorial Scholarship, which is what we've used to fund the travel for our students this year. At several times throughout the conference, you've heard us talk about, and you'll continue to hear us talk about, the hybrid field trial that we conducted with cats using Gonacon. And as I mentioned in this afternoon's presentation, a major step in starting that work was creating the physical space in which to conduct it. Kevin Brown was the very talented and generous man who built the facility that we used for the study. He was a mainstay for its duration as our maintenance man and groundskeeper and general cheerleader of the staff, volunteers, and of course the cats. He particularly enjoyed interacting with the many student volunteers that came to the facility to help with enrichment and training. Kevin passed away shortly after the study ended, and we thought that this scholarship would be a fitting way to honor his unique contribution to this field. So as his wife and as the primary recipient of all of that cheerleading, much of that cheerleading, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to thank him and honor him and to introduce our 3 student contest winners. So our dear students, I will ask you to please come forward as I tell our group a little bit about you. Julie Barnes is a 2018 graduate from the University of Tennessee College of Veterinary Medicine. Before vet school, she spent a year as an intern at the Memphis Zoo Research Department. Intrigued by the research behind zoo breeding and contraception, she continued on to vet school to study reproduction. During her summers at vet school, she participated in research programs at UC Davis, where she studied reproductive side effects from a sedation medication on stallions, and at Cornell, where she researched equine mammary stem cell secretion components for treatment of mammary cancer. Now finished with vet school, yay! Dr. Barnes plans on staying involved in reproduction research and intends to one day go back for a PhD. So, scientists in the room, keep that in mind. In the meantime, she'll be utilizing her medical knowledge and building her skills in general practice. So congratulations, Julie. Valerio Mocha is also a 2018 graduate from the University of Bari College of Veterinary Medicine in Italy. His interest in the physiology of animal reproduction inspired him to pursue an internship in the section of veterinary clinics and animal production. In his final year of study, Valerio received a scholarship to conduct research at Oregon State University with Dr. Michelle Kutzler, who we heard speak today. There he investigated the increased incidence of mast cell tumors in gonadectomized dogs. Present research interests include investigating alternative methods of contraception and methods of reducing the risks posed by surgical gonadectomy to improve animal welfare and control pet overpopulation. Dr. Mocha has a poster at the symposium, and some of his work was described by Dr. Kutzler earlier today. Welcome and congratulations. And our 3rd student winner, Liat Morgan, is a student in the combined DVM PhD program at the Koret School of Veterinary Medicine at Hebrew University in Israel. Her thesis focused on improving fertility and production in swine farms by improving management towards better animal welfare. One of the projects focused on non-surgical contraception as an alternative to surgical castration in piglets. And those results have led to the development of pig welfare legislation in Israel. Liat is also involved in another project controlling the free-roaming cat population with Gonacon in Israel. And in that project, she's responsible for the size and welfare population estimation. She's also the founder and general manager of YAD4, the Israeli Animal Adoption Database, and the only search engine which includes all adoptable pets from all organizations and public shelters in Israel. She has utilized that database to survey cat and dog owners about their attitudes, including perceptions of both surgical and non-surgical methods of sterilization, and she shares that work with us in a poster here. So congratulations and welcome to you. So I think you will all agree we have an incredibly talented trio, and they are eager to network, so please do seek them out. One more round of applause for our student winners.
Thank you. That was fabulous. Okay, we'd now like to move on to make 2 awards to people who have been real shakers in our field and rightly deserve recognition for going above and beyond for animals. So I'm going to pass over to Joyce for the first award.
Thank you, Ellie. Can you hear me okay? Yes? The back? All right. So ACC&D's award of appreciation goes to an individual who has been involved in this cause and with ACC&D since 2002. And ever since, she's been a scientific advisor with us from the beginning. She is an expert in animal health from having worked with companies and consulting, and that is truly a rare type of individual to have with us. She co-authored the 2002 Contraceptive and Fertility Control report for us, and then really led the whole development of that, what became our ebook in 2013. She co-authored a 2005 paper, white paper, that really helped ACC&D figure out models of how we could help in this field. This award is a surprise, but I know she has recognized herself by now. So I would love to ask Kathy Moldave to come to the stage to accept this award of appreciation.
I want everybody to know how unusual it is for me to be speechless. You're witnessing history here. It's very nice to have been able to contribute something that has provided a lot of information, apparently, to a lot of people that they've found useful in the pursuit of non-surgical fertility control. So I'm just delighted, and I even have a space on the wall.
What I will add, there's a lot of people who have wanted to come to our symposium and have not been able to afford the travel. When we first put up the ebook online, we had downloads from like over 50 countries. That's the level of interest. So to be able to provide that sort of resource was really a dream for us. So thank you so much, Kathy.
Hi. You've given me the microphone. Unlike Kathy, I'm not going to say I'm speechless. I'm Betsy. You know me because I'm the founder of PetFinder.com, and more recently I have a new house call veterinarian business. But today I get the honor of giving another award, which is not a surprise. I've been able to get to know somebody better by doing this award, so I'm really gratified. Many of the really super successful people that we most admire have some things in common. They seem to instinctively understand the position they occupy in space and time, informed by genuine interest in history and the experience of their predecessors. And that seems to be often coupled with sort of a systemic optimism. They're persistent and patient, maybe even stubborn, and they adhere to a relentless personal agenda of continuous improvement. So therefore, my heroes and yours are probably often calculating, discriminating, and intimidating. So it's no surprise that our colleague, Dr. Andrew Rowan, who has worked tirelessly in this field of animal welfare since the 80s, who has helped invent the concept of studying companion animals and public policy as it relates to them, and who knows everybody and almost everything about animal welfare, is no exception to this rule. It would be impossible to work in his presence, in his world, and I think that this is his world, without recognizing, Andrew, your astute mind, your dedication, and the respect that you command from at least the most clever of the colleagues that you share here with me, if not all of them. And in fact, Andrew is as intimidating as, well, you might expect a PhD biochemist from, say, the best university in the world, Oxford, to be. So, but what has been a surprise to me is what surfaced when I started thinking about Andrew for this award. So I got to learn about, ask about, and think about you in a more personal way over the last couple of weeks when Joyce gave me an excuse to do sort of a, not stocky completely, but sort of a deep dive into this iconic character that I've known for over 20 years. I find myself introducing a man who, while recognizing his own pivotal role in the characterization of our field, understands that the connection between the past and the future in such a way that can only really be done by someone who is steeped in a deep, deep humility and a real respect for the work of others. And with a quiet passion, he's a man who's driven to unite people, steward our collective mission, and mentor his colleagues and successors. Ultimately, Andrew has not been serving animals all this time, as we thought, but rather he's been serving us. And finally, I'm certain that the only deeply held belief, that only a deeply held belief, such as I think Andrew has, could be possible without a complete and utter persistence, as is evidenced by his illustrious career. So therefore now I admit to feeling a little chagrined to consider that for over 20 years I've been sort of underappreciating the most salient bits of my friend and colleague Andy Rowan, a humble, people-pleasing optimist. So I'm quite grateful for this assignment and privileged to stand here as an active and vocal member of the Dr. Andrew Rowan fan club. I know I'm joined by many people, and to present this leadership award to you. Would you like to say something?
Thank you very much. That's far more than I deserve. It's been a great pleasure to get to know everybody, to be your colleague and friend, and benefit from the wisdom around here. I mean, Linda is by far the most expert in this field in this room, and with Kathy as her second in command, or maybe her first in command, I'm not sure. So I mean, it's just been a huge privilege. And I will say this in terms of Betsy's very kind introduction. And Joyce, thank you very much. Ellie, thank you. It's been a wonderful experience, but I want to say that my daughter, who has a particular interest in astrology, has said that I'm probably the most complete Taurus character that she knows. So stubborn certainly fits in that thing. So, but I hope also optimism. And so I really want to say thank you very much indeed for this honor, and it is indeed a deep honor. Thank you very much. Thank you.